Okay, so we're going to try and finish this out. I had to take a little bit of a break here to do a few things, and this is the fourth quarter of Oakland at Tennessee. Oakland losing. Uh, as you can see, that's actually a screen cap. That's not what I'm hoping for. Let me see what I can do here. Let's remove this. Let's just real quick window capture this. Okay, so as you can see here, Oakland currently leading the Nine Nations Football League for the 2016 season. 9 teams, not 10 teams, 9 teams in this league. They're 6-2, but they are currently behind by a score of 20-7. Though it's the fourth quarter, they are driving. It's 1st and 10 at the Tennessee 35. The Titans in third place, just percentage points behind Kansas City for second, and they would actually move into a tie with Kansas City at 7-3 if they were to complete this victory over the Raiders. But that being said, there's still some time left here, and I want to try and have my chat window open as well. So we've got a few viewers here. Let's see if we can get this finished out in short order. All right, so Oakland with the ball, and they're going to try and throw short to Crabtree against a safe defense. And so fourth quarter, 53. F is 0. Um, safe defense. It's Woodyard. Woodyard is not a 0 pass, so it's going to be a quick completion to Crabtree for one. No, not 1 yard. I just clicked 5 for 5 yards. So that is a completion for 5. That's down to the 30-yard line. 2nd and 5. See if we can see a comeback in this game. That might be interesting. So now offense is set 2. They're going to throw a screen pass, actually a short pass to Rivera against pass. Defense, 36, center 2 pass. Rodney Hudson is a 2 pass, so it's going to be to the XS column. 21 tackle B is Austin Howard. It's going to be incompletion because he is a 0 pass. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Okay. 3rd and 5. It's not long enough for long yardage set. So instead, they're going to throw at Cooper short against blitz. .62 is C. For a blitz defense, that would be Sims, as he is 0 pass. He is a 1 minus. Sims is. So, as you can see here, I'll just show you my sheet. Tennessee's defense, based on play percentages, this works out pretty well. Turns out I need to have Sims as their blitz defender. And because of that, that will lead to some kind of a play here probably for Oakland. Let me just see. It was 62. C is a 0 pass, so it's complete at the sideline for R yards. So that was to Cooper. And his R rating is 14. That is a first down as it takes down the 16-yard line. You say out of bounds? Yes, it did. So we keep another 10 seconds on the clock, down to 13:50. So they're knocking on the door here in the red zone. Set 3 again. They're going to run inside with Latavius Murray. That'll be against a blitz. See if he can break one through here. 44 SB run 0. And set 3 SB is Michael Rivera. He is a 0 plus, which is a 1 because we're in plus territory. So he is not a run 0. In this case, that's going to make it an XR. We roll the secondary roll. 46. Is D a run 2? D is Parrish Cox. He is a run 1. So that's going to be a 12-yard gain for Latavius Murray. That'll take it down to the 4-yard line, and that'll be 1st and goal. Which yard line? Let me see. "12 yards. That's down to the 4. I don't know if I said that right or not. 4-yard line, 1st and goal. 13, 15 left. So they could pull within 6, right? Yeah. All right. So Washington. They're going to try a screen pass to DeAndre Washington against pass defense. So they're going to be expecting the pass. Let's see if Washington can make it into the end zone. It's going to be an unusual result, usually a penalty. 33, 5 yards and an injury. That would be a touchdown. So that pass will be completed to Washington. He's going to stride into the end zone. He's going to get whacked as he gets in the end zone. 4 yards. That is a touchdown. Oakland. 13:05 left in the game. Well, in the 4th quarter. Regulation, whatever you want to call it. Touchdown. Second touchdown pass of the game for Derek Carr. And let's see. Let's do. I guess we need to do the injury roll first, which is kind of annoying to get injury rolls. But let's see. EC. That would be Rivera is injured. 36. Rest of quarter. Let me see. Is Rivera on the list of guys that play every game? No. All right, so we're going to have to remove Rivera for the rest of the quarter. Which is okay. He just reached his R mark anyway, so kind of good to get him used up there. He actually, no, he didn't. I thought he caught. I guess he was incomplete on that one pass. So anyway, yeah, he's out for the quarter. So Walford will play the rest of the game at tight end. Now the extra point is good by Janikowski. That makes it Tennessee 20, Oakland 14, with 13 minutes and change left. I'm going to write it on my sheet here. That's 155. Washington 4 pass from Carr. Okay, so let's see, Cooper was at 6, so he's got one more after that. But now Tennessee's going to have to worry about making sure they don't get caught here. And they'd like to control some time of possession, maybe. Just try to keep possession, maybe put a few more points on the board. Extend it past the single possession game. But the other thing to keep in mind with these teams, Oakland is considered a clutch team in a way. So they have ratings for Crabtree, Cooper, Carr, and Bruce Irvin that improve in close games. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. So kickoff for Oakland, it'll be Janikowski. And, okay, he's going to have a good kickoff here. It's going to be out of the end zone. Do you know something? You don't have to scream the entire time. Hey, Dave Little. I think I'm live. I hope I'm live. If I'm not live, then I'm dead. No, I'm kidding. All right. 13:05, first and 10 from the 25. So this is Tennessee's um, eighth possession. And we are going to get going here. Can Tennessee put some more distance between the two of them, or will Oakland get the ball back with a chance? So it's going to be set 4, which is a Henry set. The only set aside from short yardage where Henry is involved. They're going to go ahead and put the short yardage set in, which is going to mean there's going to be a blitz called by the defense. Derrick Henry against a blitz. Inside, and 53 is a run 0. That's TJ Carey, and he is a run 0. So that's going to be an 8-yard gain for Derrick Henry. And we're not going to go to extended tactics yet as far as time wasting and, like pushing the play clock down. 33-yard line, 2nd and 8. And just so I can update you, 146 yards through the air for Oakland, 54 on the ground, which brings them to 200 yards total offense right now. I think actually it should be 100. It'll be 190 because you need to take 10 off for a sack. 20 carries, 96 yards on the ground so far for Tennessee, with 8 more on. So they've crossed the 100-yard mark as a team. That's Henry's 5th carry, but DeMarco Murray has 13 carries for 74 so far. So let's see. And I wrote this down as 2nd and 2, not 2nd and 8. So Murray is in the game. They will run with him on the inside run against a run play. 34 is tackle B, run 0. Jack Conklin's not, so it's going to be a 4-yard gain and a first down. Murray chugs ahead and crosses that first down marker. That brings it up to the 37. I'm only taking 35 seconds off each time for these moving clocks segments. We could make it to 40 once we get to 2-minute offense, and what I usually do is I give the team that's behind the first opportunity to switch to that. Once they switch, then their opponent can, but I'm trying not to get to that too soon. Okay, and Murray, that puts Murray at 14, so we have 6 more before I have to downgrade. We're going to do an outside run against safe. 31 is going to be either H or D or run 0. So with safe defense, H is Bruce Irvin. He is not a run 0. D is Amerson, and remember I've talked about that in the other video. Amerson is a run 0, which means he's not very good. So this is going to lead to an XR result, maybe a big play here for Tennessee. We'll see. Is C a run 2? Carl Joseph is Oakland's strong safety. He is not run 2, he's run 1. So that's going to be a 13-yard gain for Murray and another first down, and the clock will keep moving. 11:20, 1st and 10, as ball is right at midfield. And they're going to throw a short pass to Tajay Sharp against safe, trying to mix it up a little bit. And that's going to be a completion on that 11 roll. That's a yard short of the first down, so that's a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1. That'll bring it down to 10, 45. Down at the 41-yard line. They're going to try and bulldoze Henry through the middle against, and again, it'll be, they'll go ahead and use their run package. So it's going to, their heavy package. So that will be against a run defense. 63 is G, a run 2. That's going to be Malcolm Smith, and he's not. So is he rated run 0? No. It's going to be a 2-yard gain and a first down for Derrick Henry as the big guy pushes through the pile down to 10-10 and the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for Tennessee. Trying to milk some clock. Going to be outside run for Murray against safe. 35 is quarterback, a run 2. Marcus Mariota is not, so it's going to be a loss of 1 and out of bounds. So they'll only get to take it down to 9:45 because of the stopped clock. 2nd and 11 from the 40. And they're going to try a screen to DeMarco Murray. Actually, I rolled that, so it'd have to be Henry. All right, we'll do a short pass to Richard. And we can't do Matthews either, can we? No. Fasano's already caught his. Walker's at his limit. Wright is not. We're going to try throwing a short pass to Wright against safe. So, lost all track of thought here. Lost all track of my thought. My kid's out there being himself, and it just made me completely lose. Kendall Wright. I know I was saying Kendall Wright was where the short pass went against safe. Did I hit 35? I feel like I hit 35 on a different page, so hopefully I didn't. Been a minute. Hope I'm doing just fine. All right, I'm gonna assume that I did not get my. I don't think I hit this. I think I was getting ready to, and let's see. So yeah, because it was Murray outside run against run, right? Outside run against run, 35. No, it wasn't 35. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe it was against safe. That was it. Okay. So I still haven't hit this roll. So we're gonna go short pass safe to right, 33. NB is not a 2-pass because that's right, and he isn't a 2-pass. So gathered it'll be for half R, so that should get some. Right's 14, so that's a 7-yard gain. 9, 10, 3rd down and 4 from the 33. They need to get to the 29 for the first down. 3rd and 4. They're going to try to screen pass it to Murray against a blitz. See if they can beat this blitz. And 56 is Jay a 2-pass. Jay is against a blitz is going to be Latham. He is not a 2-pass. FB is FB a 2-pass. No, he's not. That's Murray. He's only 1. So now it's going to be basically a single D6 game. You look at the bottom of the window and hit roll. It is 5. It didn't move. You can see up here is the log. The top one is what just happened. 5 is what it is. That is a first down. He needed 4 yards. He gets 5. And that will be good to move those chains and to keep that clock a burning. 8:35 left, 1st and 10 from the 28 of Oakland. They've already run 4.5 minutes off the clock. They're looking to do more. Going to go inside with Wait, that's the wrong button. Let's do this one instead. So 2. So they're going to go inside with Murray against pass. I have to re-roll a die if I do it out of order because I don't want to know what the guy rolled. So inside run for Murray against pass. It's going to be an unusual result. 33, 9 yards, penalty and injury. So get the penalty first. 61 is going to be defensive holding, and they are going to accept the penalty because that leads to an automatic first down, even though it's less yardage than the run. 1st and 10 from the 23. Now there's an injury potentially. So the clock is stopped, and now we're going to roll on the injury. 32. I hate this yelling. Okay, so the injury chart I just rolled, and it was 32. So that's injury A, or end A, injured on the play. So that would be Rashard Matthews. He can be injured, so let's see what the injury length would be. 53. When I say can be injured, there's some guys that can only be injured for at most a quarter. So what was that? 53. Rest a game. So we're going to have to remove Matthews for the rest of the game. He probably isn't going to factor too much in this because they're just trying to run out some clock. But at this point, they would take 3 points. So it's going to be Harry Douglas taking over as their primary end on that side. So okay, so we've got set 2, and they're going to run outside with Murray against pass. It's tough to know whether just to go with straight short yardage stuff or what. But so 66 is I or run 2. On the pass defense, it's Jihad Ward. He is not a run 2. He's a run 1. So nobody in these other 2 is a run 2. So it's going to be enough room to gain a single die worth of yardage, and that's going to be 6 yards. Okay, so that's a run for Murray. That's going to bring it down to 7:50. 2nd and 4 from the 17. Oakland having trouble stopping the Titans here. Murray, 1, 2, 3, 4 runs on the drive, and he started with 13, so it was up to 17. 3 is going to be, that's another Murray set. They're going to bring in their short yardage set to try and run clock. So that'll be Henry. They're going to run Henry inside, and this will be against a run defense because we switch the defensive coordinator over to a short yardage when we bring in the short yardage set. So they are going to be against a run defense. 16 with Derrick Henry being A. That is a 6-yard gain and a first down as the big guy pounds it up the middle. and just overwhelms them. That'll be 1st and 10 from the 11. 7:15 left. And I think this will be the point where Oakland has to start thinking about taking some timeouts just to try and conserve the clock. Now, the Titans will go ahead with Murray here. They're going to use him inside run against pass. 22. He's a B. 22B is 7 yards. So Murray just having a heck of a day. Brings it down to the 4, 2nd and 3. And that will bring about Oakland's. Actually, no, they don't want to use their time. That's the thing. You don't want to be too quick about timeouts now because if they still can get a 1st down without a touchdown. So that'll be 6:20. 2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line. And they're going to do a short pass to Douglas. Douglas has not been used yet against pass defense. So this is throwing it into the teeth of the defense here. Let's see if Mariota can complete this and get his 2nd touchdown pass of the day, 3rd touchdown for the Titans. Let's see. It's going to be an unusual result. 33. 5 yards would be a touch. That's got an injury. That is a touchdown. He is able to hang on to it. That pass to Douglas is in for the score. And that will probably about do it. I mean, 6:10 left, touchdown. Douglas, 4 pass from Mariota. It's his 2nd touchdown pass of the game. So that makes it 26-14. And they're just going to go ahead and kick the extra point, which will be good. Could do. Okay, you could argue that they should have gone for 2, make it 14. I think you keep it simple here. Makes it Tennessee 27, Oakland 14. So, kickoff, Tennessee, suck up. Looks like Oakland's going to drop to 6 and 3 here. So, that's going to be out of the end zone on the kickoff. Page over here, 6-10. So that's going to be Oakland's 9th possession. So Tennessee, you can see here, this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 play drive. They ran nearly 7 minutes off the clock. So Oakland is going to have to be aggressive here. They don't have a ton of time and they need 2 scores. They're going to go ahead and use long yardage regardless. So it's going to be a Crabtree medium pass against pass defense. $52. McCourty is A. He's not a 0 pass. He's rated 1, so it will be a completed pass to an alternate receiver, we will run the D20, and that will be Murray for a 2-die roll, 8-yard gain. Now they're going to go to hurry up mode here. So you run 25 seconds, 5:45, second and 2 from 33. Again, so it'll be Cooper. They're going to go long yardage to Cooper against pass. Got to try and take some shots here. 21, incomplete, but defender is flagged for pass interference. So one of those things that people don't like when their team gets flagged for that, but it was a clear interference. So 2Q plus 2 on that one roll. So 24-yard penalty. That'll be an automatic first down. That'll take it down to the 43 of Tennessee. 5:35 left, first and 10. They're going to go medium to Crabtree against pass. Four is the slot or running back, or either of them two pass. Neither of them are Roberts or Murray. So it's going to be a potential interception for Derek Carr. This next roll has to be 14 or less. It's 11. That is an interception. So we go, that's a medium pass. So he is intercepted by either A or B. We will roll the decider at the bottom. That's a 1. So it'll be player A. That'll be McCourty. For 18 yards. And then there can be an interception return by a DB. Let's roll another. Okay, 64. That's unusual, which I dislike unusual results, but I guess you just have to deal with them. Interception return, rare result, 51. 38, fumble recovered by the offense. So this is going to be a fumble that is lost by Tennessee after a 38-yard return. Fumble recovered by Oakland. So, and no return from either of those. I don't worry about the fumble recovery, but this is going to lead to, this will be Oakland's 10th possession because it's a new possession. So 18 yards downfield, 43, 33, so down to 25. Then the fumble recovery, 35, 45, 45, 37-yard line. Their own 37, it'll be 5:25. Change possession, stops the clock. First and 10. Basically, they lose about 20 yards worth of real estate on that play. So that's why I don't like unusual results. They're a little unusual, sometimes a little too unusual, but they do happen. And if anybody remembers that playoff game, New England and San Diego a few years ago, it's probably like one of the defining moments of Marty Schottenheimer's coaching career. But obviously the big one of his coaching career was with the Browns and like the Ernest Biner fumble. But then he's had a number of them. And that one where Brady throws an interception to I'm pretty sure it was Brady, threw it to one of the Chargers DBs, and then instead of just going down, he tries to return it and he gets stripped. And anyway, maybe we have that situation here, although now it's a 13-point deficit. It's going to be kind of tough to make that work. All right, but it is first and 10 from their own 37. They've got second life. Now it's still long yardage, so they're going to throw medium to Cooper against safe. And 44 tackle A, 2 pass. Now, because they're on minus side of 50, Donald Penn is a 2 pass, so it's going to be completed at the sideline to Cooper for 14 yards and a first down. And I got to check something. That probably puts him over his. So he was at 6, 7, 8. So, yeah, so Cooper is out of our catches. Crabtree still has plenty. But, and what did that say? Out of bounds. So that helps him as well. So 5 minutes left, 1st and 10. And now, anytime they go out of bounds, the clock stops completely. So we don't have to worry about this 25 seconds or whatever. So that's going to go down to the 49 of Tennessee. Again, unfortunately for... So it's going to be a long pass to Crabtree. They're going to, against a blitz, so they're losing all pretenses. They're going to go for the gusto here, try to throw it deep, try to get this thing within a score. And it's a rare result, or an unusual result, 66. That's going to be a sack and a fumble and a penalty. Let's check the penalty first. 61, defensive holding. They're going to accept it, so we don't have to bother with the sack, the rigmarole. I'm not worrying about it. Defense hold, 5 yards, automatic first down, 44. That's one of the things that in this game it can kind of just start to wear on you, is you get these like nested results where you've got we just had a pass play, then we had a sack involved, then because of the sack, so you have to figure out who did the sack, then you got a fumble, then you got a penalty on top of it. So I could then do the sack. They can have a return, there could be a fumble, they can have a fumble return, then you can have another penalty. I'm not going to worry about it. Not going to bother. Oh, I probably should. I probably should look and see what that is. Well, just so you know, I is not rated 2. I think. No, maybe he is. Now I've half changed my mind, because I did. You know what? I need to follow. You need to follow your sequence, and so I got to follow my sequence here. So the sack comes first. The sack minus 14. We need to figure out who. We'll go with the selector to do that. It's 1. So that's going to be Brian Arakpo, which makes sense because when I did, so then it goes to the line chart, which is basically fumbles at or behind the line of scrimmage. I checked that. The person that I needed to check was actually Brian Arakpo, who is playing as a defensive end in pass and blitz situations. He is a 1+. So what that means is when he's rated 1+, when you are past the 50, which we are here at the 44, he is actually a 2 pass, which means because it checks, is he 2 pass? He recovers the fumble, and there's no return. We could still check the penalty. And actually, as I said, we do get a punt return as well. So we can roll this. 64. Escorted up the sideline for a 75+ yard return. So, now wait. Now we still have the penalty. Let's roll on that. So you just need to make sure you don't mess up your sequences. I was going to do that. Now it's 12. Offense, 15 yards. Defense declines that. So this is a fumble recovery. And so it's not 70. So it's going to be from the 30. That'll be a 37 return. I can erase all this stuff, and this game is more or less over. So I reversed myself. Sometimes you just have to do what is right. So this is 4. We're going to say 40. That would take about 20 seconds probably for all of that to happen. The sack, it's 5-6 seconds in the pocket. Knock it out another 3 or 4 seconds, and then it's going to take them, I don't know, 10, maybe 15 seconds is probably better. Let's bring it to 4:45. Oakland's going to get the ball back, but not after Tennessee scores. So this is touchdown. Arakpo, 37 yards, 37 fumble return. And the kick is good. So that brings it to Tennessee, 34. Oakland, 14. And I think I'm behind in some of my record keeping here on my sheet. So, yeah, I missed the Douglas touchdown pass. (14-27) there. And that was with 8:50 gone. And then this one is at, what is that, 10:15 elapsed. Brian Arakpo forces the fumble, recovers it, scampers 37 yards. Sock up kick. 14-34. 20-point lead. This one's pretty much in the bag. So 4:45. Kickoff. Tennessee suck up. It's going to be out of the end zone again. .445, 1st and 10 from the 25. Sorry, Raider fans, but it looks like they're going to lose this one. Oakland, 11th possession. They're going to go long to Crabtree against blitz again. Know how this worked last time. 21. It's going to be incomplete. 4:35, 2nd and 10. Long pass to Crabtree against pass defense. 53. E is going to be Blake, Antoine Blake. Is he a zero pass? He sure is. That's a breakdown in coverage. It's going to dump it off to an alternate receiver. It's going to be Seth Roberts. And it's going to be 11 plus 3, so that's 14 yards and a first down. And it's going to be 4:10. 1st and 10, 39. Long pass to Crabtree again. We're going to keep riding that against the pass defense, 66. It's going to be incomplete. That's a home team advantage check, and they're not the home team. 4 minutes, 2nd and 10, 39. Again, they're going to try long, actually going to try medium this time to Crabtree against pass. 16 incomplete with Carr's A completion percentage, 350, 3rd and 10 from the 39. Long to Crabtree, blitz. 24. Center is zero pass? No. Is the backfield is zero pass? That's Murray. He is not. So, quarterback is going to roll out, page 18. So this is going to be an outside run for Carr against the blitz defense. 24, H or J, run 2. So H on the blitz is McCain. Bryce McCain is not run 2. J on the blitz is Jarrell Casey. He is a run 2, so it's going to be a 6-yard loss. So we will call that a sack for Jarrell Casey. At least it wasn't a fumble this time. That's going to make it 4th and 16 from the 33. 3:40 left. They're going to go with a long pass to Crabtree again, this time against pass. This is their last gasp, 4th down. Tennessee will take over if they don't complete this 22. That's a possible interception, and it is intercepted on the 12. Second interception of the game for Carr. And let's see, 12 on a long pass is going to be 35 yards downfield, and it will be Kevin Byard. Or wait, no, this is a pass defense. Yes, it is Byard. And he will get an interception return. So, interception returns. It's going to be for defensive backs. 12, reverses field minus a die's worth of yards, so 4. But that's going to end the possession for Oakland. Tennessee will take over for their 10th possession, I believe. 3:30, 1st and 10, so 43, 47, 37, 27, 20, so 25-yard line. And now they're going to go short yardage, Tennessee. And so it's going to be, but they're going to swap. They'll do Henry first and then Murray. So Henry should still have a couple of, let's see, he had 4, then he had 5, 6, 7 runs. 7 runs so far. So he's still good to go. Inside run for Henry against run. And Oakland will take their timeouts here. 61 is E. TJ Carey, a run 2, no. He is run 0. It's going to go to XR. Although you could argue that they would have someone in there, but they don't. So 36 is F, a run 2. That's Perry Riley. It's not close enough to make him a 2. So it's going to be a 9-yard gain. And that will be Oakland's first timeout. 3:20, 2nd and 1 from the 34. Going to run with Murray inside against run. 21, he is a B runner inside, and that will be a 6-yard gain, and that will be a first down, and that should pretty much get it past the 2-minute warning for them, if not more. 6, that's a first down. They're going to take another timeout. 3:10, 1st and 10 from the 40. And now let me check Murray's running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 13. So he's got one more run before we have to downgrade him a bit. So we're going to go with Henry this time. Again, inside run against a run. 36 is quarterback, a run 0. Mariota is on this side of the 50. So that'll be a 3-yard loss. And then Oakland take the final timeout. 3 minutes, 2nd and 13 from the 37. So that's Henry's 9th run by my recollection. So they'll run him again inside against run. 41. Guard B is Josh Klein. He's not a run true. He's going to get the 3 yards he lost on that one. And that's going to run. They're going to run that down to 220. 3rd and 9 from the 40-yard line. Or no, 3rd and 10. Why did I do that? That makes no sense. Overthinking it. So they're going to go with their they're going to go with the long yardage set, and they're going to go ahead and throw it to, let me see. Sharp is hit his Sharp has I think Murray is still in play. He's got one there. No, so they're in jeopardy. You know what? They're just going to run Murray. They decided they took it all the way down. They're going to take their own timeout. So they're taking a timeout. Think it over. They're going to put in their short yardage offense again, but they're going to substitute Murray in. And this will be his last run before he's downgraded. So 3rd down and 10. They're going to go run heavy against a run. 61 is a run 2. Again, that's the same one we had before. He is rated 0. It's TJ Carey. So we have to go to the XR column. 15, guard B is not a run 0. It'll be a 7-yard gain. It's not going to be enough for a first down. And so, but that'll be the 2-minute warning. That'll be 4th and 3 from the 47. And so that will put them in the position where they can cough and corner the punt. Kern going to try to pin him deep. 16. Punt bounces to a stop at the 11. So that is 49, 52-yarder. I can't write. I've got distractions out the yin-yang. Got distractions out the yin-yang. That's out of bounds. So 155, 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. I think I got that right. I don't think so. I think that's 40. So 3. I think it's 42, not 52. It's 42. Anyway, Oakland does get the ball back. Should probably be tempted to just kneel it down here, but they are going to throw long Crabtree against pass. Got to keep trying to feed him the ball. 65. H on pass is McCain. Is he 0? No, he's 1. That is going to be a 13-yard sack. And let's roll the selector. 6 is going to be Rakpo get his 2nd sack. That's going to bring it down to 1. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Does it? Does that make sense? Because it's a safety. He gets a safety if I let that go. I guess I have to. I hate to do that. I hate safeties. I feel like there's too many deep sacks at times in this game. I'm going to modify the results here. We're going to make it a 6-yard loss. Doesn't make any sense. He'd try to get rid of it if he was that deep. He would just chuck it at somebody, get it to the line, throw it out of bounds. I feel like this game was designed at a time when it was a lot tougher to get away with stuff. 16, you know, some quarterbacks can just basically throw it at their own feet and they don't get the calls. Um, so they're going to go with an inside run to Murray just to try and keep this thing moving along. Inside run. It'll be against pass because they're still using long yardage. They're going to hurry up. So 15. He's a B. That's going to be 2-yard gain. So that's the 123rd and 11 at the I'm making mistakes left and right. I'm all flustered. Got noise out the wazoo. 2nd and 16 from the 5. They lost 6. 2, so that's 3rd and 14. 7-yard line. And they're going to throw a short pass to, we'll go to Crabtree again. This time it's going to be against pass. .35, guard be a 2 pass. He is XS, so it's Gabe Jackson. So 63 is X greater than 3. It is, so it's a go. 64 is 8. That's going to be a touchdown. 81 plus 6, 87 yards. They're going to drag him down. No, he's going to just get across. So that's a pass complete to Crabtree. He's going to break into the open. They can't bring him down. That's going to be an 86-yard completion for a touchdown, which is really just garbage time. Actually, it's going to take 20 seconds to go. That will add to Carr's stats. Now everybody's going to say, well, you should have given him a safety. Now, extra point. No good, right? Janikowski, double A on a 65. It is good. Amazing that they were able to get that to go. So it's now Tennessee. What was the score? 34. Oakland, 21. So you're telling me there's a chance? No, I'm not. 1 minute left. Kickoff. We're going to do onside kick. So we got to go into the onside kick thing here. I butchered Janikowski's name trying to get this thing wrapped up. 64. Onside's kickoff attempt recovered at the sideline by the kicking team, but ball had not gone 10 yard, 5-yard penalty re-kick. Receiving team gets the ball at 35-yard line or 40. We're going to say the 40. Penalty. Kicking team offside 5, and it's going to be 1 minute left. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line of Oakland. Tennessee gets the ball. It's going to be a run by Mariota on the kneel down -1. It'll take it to 0-20. 2nd and 11 from the 41. Run Mariota. That is the ball game. End of game. Tennessee 34, Oakland 21. I made an executive decision. We missed out on a safety because of it. Thank God, because I feel like there's too many safeties at times in this game. I feel like there should be options to get out of a safety. But that's okay. It's all complaints when we're playing a board game for fun. So we can come over here to, let's get into that, and let's get into this. And we can put, this is 21. And this is 34. And we've got our standings with Tennessee moving up to the top, joining Kansas City up there, but having a much better point differential at this point. Chiefs at 7-3. There's another game on the schedule, Carolina at Buffalo, up at New Era Field. Although in that season it may have been still Ralph Wilson Stadium, but those teams are both under 500. I'm not going to put much of that here on the channel. I'll roll it out here before tomorrow is finished. But I got some stats to compile. Stats are going to be a little bit better now that, let me see, let me do something here. Yeah, we'll do this. That way I can look at you without having to twist my thing. So I see my viewers have left. That's okay. Once I get into the groove, boy, I've got to prove that I can manage a channel while I'm playing a game, but that's okay. It would be nice if there were better ways to incorporate the chat into my adapter, and maybe there are. I just don't know it at the moment, and I wish I had a better setup here where I could have multiple monitors so I could monitor multiple things at one time, but that's quite all right. That being said, I just figured I was playing this game anyway, and I didn't put a whole lot of stuff on the channel in the last week. Like, maybe I should just go ahead and do this and get it done and be done with it, be good. Everybody get to see some second season. I feel like it's a game that doesn't get as much run out here on the YouTube and other places just because you know, the games do take some time. I mean, I've spent 3+ hours just in 3 quarters. That does not indicate that it would take you that long when you're trying to be somewhat entertaining and provide play-by-play. It just takes longer. The other thing is, as we talked about in the other video, Al Wilson, if you go to the Play Games community on Facebook, they will lead, if you go to the announcement sections of that. So first you have to subscribe to it. You should. You really should be there. They've got so many good games, and it's not just me pitching for them. The games are good. Played several of them here on the channel, but or at least a couple, 3 of them at least. Just I've got so many things I wish I could do more, but anyway. If you go onto that Facebook page, under announcements, there's a link to the Play Games Community FAQ, which in that is a place where you can get freebies. That's Al Wilson's personal stash of things for all the games, score sheets, all sorts of stuff. But he has fast action cards for this game that is off of his tweaked play calling system. You can download those, print them off yourself, take them to a copy place, have them printed off nice, laminate them, whatever. And that, from everything I've read, that speeds the game up a lot. Just like with the app of soccer that I've played on here, having fast action cards will help you. Having said that, you know, it's just what you feel comfortable with. Some people just want to do the dice. Here I was doing dice roller. I've warmed up to that some. I still probably will get back to doing dice again with this game, regular old. 6-sided and 20-sided dice pretty soon. I just sometimes it feels like it gets a little quicker. Now, when I'm rolling it on the channel here, it just quickness is not as easy. So, thank you for Derek, Dodgers Royals fan. He was in both of these videos today. Thanks, Bleacher Bums Gaming, High Turbocharged Sports, and Joe Hinkle, and of course Dave Little and Steve Coe we mentioned before. Um, I'm still trying to figure out what is kind of next. Like I said, I kind of need to get this final game of this game week. So this is game 11 or game week 11. I have 18 total, so I still have, what's that, 7 left after that. Let me see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 7. I can do my math. Sometimes it could be. Anyway, that's okay. Sometimes I overthink things. Anyway, like and subscribe. We ask you to do that. It sounds cliche at this point with all the channels that are out there. Oh, Alan Shaw pops up. Has it ended? It has. I'm just kind of chatting up a storm here, trying to wrap it up, but also was kind of hoping that there'd be a viewer or two still hanging around, or just as you've done, showing up here kind of at the last minute. You know, I have a lot. I have a lot of things. I've done 2 Slacker Tour events. I posted an update of the entire Tenacious Golf world on my blog, which is tenaciousstrat.wordpress.com. Who won? The Tennessee Titans defeated the Oakland Raiders by a score of 34-21. So, as I showed, you're not going to be able to see it until I do this. As I showed before, the standings are as shown there. Tennessee and Kansas City are the cream of the crop at the moment, with 6 games each left to play. Oakland has an extra one on the docket. But I'm switching back to the other screen so that, whoa, not that one. I want to do this one. Turbocharged, still hanging out. I appreciate that. So up on the top of my window here in this broadcasting software, it says viewers 0. So a lot of times I'm doing these and it says 0 viewers. And I'm thinking nobody's hanging around, but I appreciate that a couple of you are here, and you're welcome to ask any questions. I can stay on here another 10, 15 minutes if there were things to ask. But as I said, I was doing, I posted at, hang on a second. Let me try something real quick. One moment as I do this. I'm talking to you. So I posted it at the blog, and I don't use it a ton, but I really should start doing it more. And I'd actually like to come up with my own, get my own like server space and begin my own website. And that may happen here at some point. But so I did a couple of Slacker Tour events, which is nice because I can do them offline, and I don't have to sort of like make sure that I've really been intending to put as much of the Tenacious Tour out here on this channel. So just a minute here. I'm doing something to try and let's see. There it is, right there. There we go. Looks pretty clunky, but that's okay. I could do this, which would help a little bit. Ooh, not too bad. So you're welcome to check that out. That's a pretty much a synopsis of everything that's happened in sort of a. It says six. I am stoked about 6. I'll take that any day of the week, even Sundays, because that means this program here is a liar and its pants on fire. But no, I'd like to try and do more of a blog. Um, I'm glad you guys hung in here for that long. Those of you who have been here, because here I can do this. Watch this. This is so easy. It's so easy to fall in love. It's so easy to fall in love. I think that's Melissa Manchester, if I recall correctly. Here, add source. We'll put another one up here. Where'd you go? I just saved you and you're not there. Must have gone in the wrong spot. That's why. Here. There. See right here? Viewers, 0. It says 0 viewers on my shot. So Dustin is at the top of the fictional golf world right now, Alan. He is banging away at it. 6 wins, 2 majors in the last 2 years, and he's looking like he's on his way to more, but you never know. I thought he disappointed last year in the first season. He had 2 wins, but when we got, and it's funny because Shinji Kanishi in the top 20, yeah. I think what I'm going to do with Dustin the rest of the way is I think I'm going to give him a healthy dose of time off. Enough. You know, maybe half the events. He's definitely going to play the big events, but I'm going to try and treat him kind of like Tiger treated the tour, which was when he was pumping and he didn't have to worry about, he's not going to get passed for first place for a while. So, he really just needs to be ready for the majors. So, put him in the big events. There's invitationals and there's stuff like that. And then, of course, the majors. But I'm going to kind of try and, moderate him some because I would like to see some of these other guys come through. Of course, you also want him to come through against the guy. So, but having said that, I don't want to give him too little play either because I don't know what the right tactic is. I feel like some of the big dogs probably need to take some time off too. So once we get to the summer months, yeah, I think it's time to maybe cool off a few guys. But there's some guys playing some dog golf, Leonard and Van Dyke have not impressed me too much. I think Van Dyke got a victory, but aside from that, it's been. I think Enrique Magallanes got a victory. Yunli Song did, but I don't know. I'm happy that I've put together this live score sheet that I can use. I was using that for the Slacker Tour, and there were still a couple of little glitches in it at the time, but I was kind of glad that when I did it on the channel for the Masterful, it was great. Worked flawlessly for the most part. And it got to the point where there were a couple of little issues, especially when I had a playoff in the Slacker Tour. So the Slacker Tour, the neat thing is I do have a golfer at 2 wins. His name's Hayden Livingston. He's a card that I created. If he gets a 3rd win on Slacker, he gets to promote automatically to the Tenacious Tour. So we'll see if that happens. It'd be kind of interesting. But that tour is basically the way to get to the top tour. So it's fun. But I want to finish up this soccer tournament. Um, it's one of those things that I just have to dig into my Google Drive just for a moment, and I can bring stuff up here to where did you go? Is it this? Yeah, just the names didn't look right, but it's right, I think. Yeah, so I can pop it up here real quick. I'm gonna get rid of these guys because I think they've outlasted their stay, but we can do this here. So as you can see, over here, Tottenham Hotspur, no, Tottenham Hotspur and AFC Bournemouth are going to face off in one semi. In the other semi, it'll be the Citizens against Liverpool, and those cup ties will be finished off at Wembley. I don't know. That's a horrible accent. I apologize to you Brits out there. I suck at accents. Unless I'm doing like a southern accent, and it's pretty good, but not really. I don't know. It still kind of sucks. But yeah. So I've got that stuff to do too. There's always stuff to do. I have. I mean, I've got this. Yell at me. You guys should yell at me. Look at this. Remove. See this? Or can I? How do I do this? Oh, that's right. It's right here. See? I forgot I had the wrong camera. Here we go. History Maker Baseball 2019 Pro Season. You see that? You see that? What a loser I am. I've got a great pack of game parts that I haven't even broken up. That's how pathetic is that? That's what you call too many things to do and not enough brains to do them. Boris Crazy Hair Johnson. Me Dota. Ratha. Well, I don't know what you're trying to say, Turbocharged Sports, but it's worth a shot. I wish you could say it because it probably is easy. I'm like butchering everything anyway, so nose itches. Beavis and Butthead. But I'm you're blessed to be able to do this stuff and to have fun with some sports when we don't have sports, man. It sucks. It'd be great to be watching Sunday afternoon baseball, but instead we got to do what we can. Yeah, British. I know. I just can't do the British accent. I try the garage. I watch Formula One and I try to mock them, and it's tough. Around the outside, yeah. But it's okay. It's all right. We're all just getting by. So I appreciate you guys hanging in here. It gives me hope to maybe try and do some more stuff on the channel. I've thought to myself, we've got, yeah, he's back to work. I've thought to myself, having live streams would be cool and would give some people some stuff to hang out and interact. And then like I said, I showed you the image of the viewers being 0, and I thought to myself, okay, well, I guess there's not too many people hanging out. But I've been wrong. This thing has lied to me. I curse it till the no. But it does give me some hope, and hopefully on an evening this week or two, I will try and get on here and live stream a game of some sort. Maybe it'll be some soccer. Soccer. What do you mean soccer? It's football, man. Laddie, don't you be calling it soccer over here. Garage. Yeah. Oh, you got the Scouse and the Geordie and all those accents and stuff. I don't know. It's the Cockney. I don't know. You just I mean, we got him in this. Where I grew up. It's where ID Jester grew up too. I mean, it's kind of come out of me some because when I went to college, I was still in that area, but I was in there with guys from a couple guys. Well, one guy from up in the Massachusetts area, and he was giving me crap because everything I was saying, it was sounding like this. Hey, why don't we go out and get some wings? Why don't we go to the distillery? Why don't we go and it's like all this real nasal talk, and mighty taco, and so there's a guy at work who's from Rochester, and but he's from Rochester, and I love it because he talks. I wish I talked like that still, but instead, it kind of got worked out of me because, and like Turbocharged Sports says, being in London, his daughter has been in the UK so long now that the American accent is completely gone, which some people would say is a good thing. Merkin, no, I don't know. Heartache, garage, garage. I don't know, maybe it's garage. Yeah, I don't know. I, that's I don't know. Following soccer, I followed soccer for a number of years, pretty closely, and it it, it was real fascinating to realize how you know we've got this we got this big country, and there's definitely some dialects and stuff around the country, but you probably have starker dialects in England, which is just like or the UK if you want to count Northern Ireland, Scotland, etc., etc. You know, it's like the size of maybe Pennsylvania, Jersey, Delaware, Maryland combined, and it's just like all of those are pumped into one. So, um, yeah. So they're mentioning Status Pro basketball. I'll tell you what, I I just have not been able to like basketball. I don't know. The NBA frustrates me. Shorten the garage maybe the garage. Um, but basketball. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of like the opposite of it's kind of like the opposite end of the spectrum from soccer, which is lack of scoring, at times, a little more nuance. Basketball is just like boom, 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 boom all the time. But so the other thing I guess I should mention is I have now. I probably should have purchased another game, but because I already don't have enough time for the games I have, I decided to finish off augmenting one game that I have played a lot, and that is History Maker Golf. So I had 3 more packs, and I could show you here. Might as well just show you in the drive. You know, it's what I do. It's what I do. So let me get it up here while we're just hanging out. I have a course inventory. So we will blow it up here. All right, and I will just go ahead and bring in the right side a little bit so I can be seen. That doesn't help. So there's some notations that you don't need to. Some notations you don't necessarily need to know, but so this is my course inventory currently. That's not counting a couple of custom ones that I've downloaded, but you can see where it says right here. It says owned. I have yes for all these, and then if I scroll down, I guess if I do roll out over here, it will go down. You can see I have all these owned. So while I purchased 9, which I'll tell you what, 9 was the next one going to be on my list um, because it's got St. Andrews in it, and I really, that's one that I haven't had, and I really would like to have. I played it a lot in links on the computer over the years. Classic course, obviously, with road hole and all that stuff. The double greens and things like that. But then I also picked up 12. I figured I have some extra money right now. I'm not spending a bunch of money on gas because I'm not driving to work. So I plopped it on these 3. So I'm going to have the entire play course collection, which is pretty cool. I'm happy to have that soon. So as soon as it makes its way from the Rocky Mountains down here, shootout hockey. Oh, I'm supposed to go. I'm sorry. If my family, if I had this and my family hasn't caught it, then good luck. I don't know. But anyway, I know you're supposed to do the whole coughing and not touch your face and stuff, but I'm a loser. So, anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. It's nice getting to talk some. Talking. I wish this was a garage, but it's not. It's a little dungeon. But it's fun to get to talk about these projects a little bit, even though it's kind of at the end of one of these broadcasts. I need to go yell at my kid because he's crazy. I am too. I got a haircut. I needed it. It was getting real shaggy. This will go as soon as I have to go back to work because I'm in EMS and I can't have that when I need to put on a mask. But Prestwick has not been. I don't believe Prestwick has. The one I would love to get is St. George's, which is this year's Open Championship course. But unless he's planning to put something out here before the summer, of course, I don't know when they're even going to get to play it. If they'll play it without galleries or what. But all right, I'm going to sign off because it's just about dinner time here on the East Coast. But yeah, there's a lot of neat British courses that you could throw into a pack, and Carnoustie. I don't think Lytham and St. Anne's is in there. That's another good one. There are a few. When you're listening to it, you just think, oh man, he sounds like a banshee. And I hope people don't think we're raising a weirdo, but he's a good kid. Just they've been cooped up as long as we have, and we're crazy too. So anyway, all right, see you guys. The Tennessee Titans moved to 7-3, along with Kansas City, as Tennessee defeats Oakland by a score of 34 to 21. Until next time, this is Tenacious Earl signing off here on Tabletop Baseball Plus. Have a great rest of your weekend, even though it's pretty short now at this point. See ya.